emails that are under the schools, elementary, junior, and high schools all over the place.
With very sensitive subject matter. And it goes into detail. But I find this very interesting.
Just a little food for thought. Now that Diddy's trial is about to happen, and if it wasn't for TikTok, I don't think Diddy and all of that would have gotten as big as it has become, and maybe he wouldn't even be in jail.
In the Jay Z Diddy case, and it is not good for Jay Z. Alex, I'm an attorney, I'm going to break it down. So plaintiff, allegedly 13 years old at the time of the events, files this lawsuit against Diddy initially. She named celebrity A and B in the lawsuit as celebrity A and B, but didn't say who they were. So plaintiff asks the court to proceed anonymously. The court says yes. Then plaintiff amends the complaint, adds Jay Z as a defendant. Jay Z has to file an answer, and he files a motion to dismiss. So he files this motion with the court and says, first of all, don't let the plaintiff proceed anonymously. Second of all, dismiss this case because there's no facts, there's no evidence. And he asks for an expedited hearing on this issue. The next day, Jay Z's attorney files a letter with the court and says, an associate at my office got a phone call from somebody who says that they were being asked to lie by the plaintiff's attorneys. So the plaintiff's attorneys are engaging in this whole scheme, and they file a declaration of someone who works at the law firm saying they got this phone call. This is what the person said. Plaintiff's counsel files a letter, says, no, that's not true. Then he files another letter a little bit later saying, oh, the plaintiff's going to be in this NBC interview. Jay Z, after the interview comes out, files this motion with the court to strike the amended complaint, get rid of it, dismiss the lawsuit because there are inconsistencies in the allegations in the complaint and the allegations that the plaintiff was saying in this CB or NBC or CBS, whatever, interview. And Jay Z's attorney says plaintiff's attorney should be sanctioned because he should at least done a little bit of diligence into these allegations before he filed this lawsuit. So the court says, first of all, the plaintiff is going to continue to be anonymous because all of the factors weigh in favor of that. Like, for instance, the fact that this is a highly sensitive matter and very famous people. Then the judge says, I am not just going to fast track this case just because you want me to. And merely stating that plaintiff's claims are baseless or have no merit doesn't meet the high standard to strike this complaint or to dismiss it entirely at this stage. And all of these attacks on plaintiff's counsel need to stop. This is unacceptable.
It's going to get worse because we know there's another person alleged to have watched, a female celebrity that they allege watched this conduct. We don't know if it happened, right, but the allegation that it did.
There's a briefing schedule that goes into the spring. So that's not good news for Jay Z because this is dragged out through briefing schedules. And now he's got to deal with that into the spring. But that's the recent news that I think may have some merit to it.
Hi, guys. Jay Z is continuing to talk and he is requesting a court sanction.
You want more, I'll give you more. By the way, before I forget, Jay Z's Made in America Festival canceled for the second year in a row. The permanent A-list rapper thought there would be a fair chance he would be in jail by the time Labor Day rolled around, so canceled his festival. Why does Jay Z allegedly think that there is a fair chance he will be in jail by the time Labor Day has rolled around? We will find out soon because we are doing the Jay Z Platinum Deep Dive next on the Patreon. And now, woo! But anyway, that's the latest. But also, and I cannot stress this enough, Beyonce is not her husband. And she was also allegedly heavily groomed by Jay Z. Heavily groomed. She's a lot younger. Just keep that in mind.
A sample in case you need it. Listen, don't push your limits, Puff. I ain't the one to play with. You in there and I'm out here. Oh, and don't have another Kit Kat. It's bad for you. She made me gain weight. And get 44 on board again. Make him pull some strings again or else.
Diddy keeps pushing forward and he says something in the code word saying that Kit Kat, she made him gain weight. So Kit Kat is definitely a word for a person and it's a woman, obviously, because he called her a she. He also mentions the number 44 to pull some strings, and that makes sense if you think Barack Obama was the 44th president. And you know, Suge Knight actually made a comment that him and Diddy had deals before to get his friends out of prison.
Shit, he got powerful people. One of his partners who started his company with money, President Obama, got him out of prison. So it's not like she don't have no moves.
Diddy has just been too confident, even from prison, and that's what the DA has been saying through their paperwork. He continues to break the rules consistently to his advantage, not worrying about what anybody...
I just want to circle back because he posted this. You can't see, but it was 57 minutes ago today. Look at fucking Meek Mill. Look at him. Look at fucking Will Smith. This picture is old as fuck. And he posted a picture and now it's gone off his grid. So like,
I'm 21 now. And I never believed people when they were like, be patient, because
in 2008, Rita signed with Jay Z's label and released her debut album, Aura, but sued them 7 years later, with her case claiming she was being neglected and felt like she had no support from the label anymore. Legal documents cited Rita's relationship with Roc Nation is irrevocably damaged. Fortunately for Rita, the California legislature had the foresight to protect its artists from the sorts of vicissitudes she experiences with Roc Nation. Then in February 2016, Jay Z's record label hit back at the claims, filing a $2.3 million lawsuit against Rita in an attempt to release her from her contract and gain some of the money they've invested in her back.
Confused on why I wasn't out, and I didn't know what I wanted to put out. I just knew I wanted to sing and be out.
Roc Nation claimed they signed Rita as an unknown artist and invested millions in her career, with the contract stating that in return, she had to deliver 5 albums. The label says it only got 1 album in the shape of her debut album, which was released in 2012. And TMZ says the point of the lawsuit was to gain money back, as they had invested an estimated $3.2 million on marketing her second LP.
The time I truly saw her on stage was at the Cartier event in New York City. To have that sort of stage presence.
The pair eventually came to an agreement and reached a settlement out of court, and Rita has now opened up about how the stressful time eventually led to her burn.
As soon as I saw this video, I was like, yup. Look, she say, woo! Look, he kissed her in the corner of the mouth. Boom, she hot and bothered. So
I would definitely have to say those in power, you know, that want to abuse it and get off on abusing it, definitely plot on their prey.